Oh. Hello, hello. Hello. Let's see here. Oh no. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna... Hello? Okay. Wow, it worked. It finally worked. Sorry, I'm late. Twitch decided that it was going to make me log out. I have already, when setting up the account, set up two-factor authentication. But apparently my phone and my email wasn't good enough. And so they wanted me to do, what do you call that stuff? The Google Authenticator app. And so OBS wasn't doing my stream key. Had to get all that done up. Oh man. It was a long week last week. And I'm glad to be getting to this portion of what I'm doing during my schedule. So we are doing Juice Shop, not because it's going to make us better hacker necessarily, but to practice for the certification that I'm going for, which requires report writing too. And so I'm here doing the basic easy stuff on a platform or a thing that I haven't really I'm doing it on a platform that I haven't really had experience with. I think I did. I think I was talking about it last time, but I did like the basic. Couple of the basic challenges that it records. What is the password? I can't remember. And our goal with this is mainly just to get some easy OWASP top 10 style easy OWASP top 10 style vulnerabilities done up, so then I can do the CVE and CVSS scores. Sorry, I can't talk. I'm all flustered and whatever. Here, I'm gonna make sure my audio settings are all good too. Just jacks things up sometimes. We're looking for this one. Desktop. Yeah, we don't care. not VOD. There's nothing to listen to on this one. But the only problem is that I don't have this VM connected to the internet, and so off screen I'm gonna have to do the CVE and CVSS thing. I might be able to, let me hold on just one second. Maybe I'll be able to overlay this onto here. Oh, I will. Cool. Better. Does it show? Nice. Do I already have that? No. I have visited it before, but this site. And this is for, so like, for example, I know that one of the ones that we're going to do is like a weak password sort of thing too. But I don't know the, I don't know the particular one. There's one where it's for web apps. Maybe it's just here. Authentication bypass. And some of these, some of this stuff is, there's like multiple ones that it talks about. For the life of me, I can't remember where the heck that. So also sorry for the eye cancer stuff. I think, in my opinion, if I were president for a day, I would make it punishable by flogging to not have your website be in dark mode. Hot take or whatever. And also, I'm working on getting a new stream playlist put together as well, so that way we don't have all my streams that I've had have all had, I mean, they're all gonna have the same music pretty much, because that's what I'm using until I find some other non what do you call it, copyrighted music or stuff that I can use that, you know, the whoever the artist is doesn't really care. I think it's right here. Yeah. Oh no, bring it back. Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out, like, trying to find the. And it's probably one of these where, like, you go something like, because it's the authentication. Yeah, authentication. So it's this one. It's a child. You gotta like list a bunch of them too. So this is why I'm doing it, is because I'm bad at the report. Like, I would sit here for like days looking at all this nonsense. You know, like, where's the code? What do I put here? Here we go. Weak authentication. There we go. We're we're getting closer to what it's gonna be. So I'm gonna spend a lot of time in here because let me open up that one. So when we were going through the site, we found a bunch of these, including the admin. So we did not know how it was, like what the app was. We didn't know what that was till we started finding all that just laying around on the site. And when we go and like, we'll do Bender first. But when we do his stuff, when we run his stuff up against a password list, we're gonna notice that, you know, it's probably one of these. But this is why I'm doing it. So that way, when it comes time for the test, I can, you know, go through the motions of doing all the exploiting the vulnerabilities that are on the test server that I'm going to have to do. And then this part will be easier. I can go and I can find what it is that's right here. Also, not that I want you to hear my voice. My voice is not good, but I've thought on my recordings that the music is a little too loud. Okay. By an alternate name now. I thought there was one for, you know, you basically you don't have or you can brute force it or something like that. Maybe it'll be when I click on more of these. 287. Okay, so this is probably going to be an alternate term. Identification. Just weak authentication. So this would be one of them that we're going to end up using. So we'll do something like, and there's going to be, I'm going to practice like 2 different versions of it too. So we'll do like bug bounty. And we'll do is it auth in? Is that what that thing just said? There's auth in and auth C. Right? Yeah. Improper. And then like one of the ones too, like the guessable captcha, we have that as well when we were going through some of the burp suite requests. When I was just looking at the going around the site and walking through the jizz shop, we had that too. I'm just going to go off authentication, not authorization. because that'd be off Z. Creator stuff. Yeah. So, you know, I don't know what the file format is, or the format is for some of these, but you know, you'd be like, you give a description of the bug itself, then you would give a proof of concept, then you'd have the CVSS score that you think it is, which that's the one where it, you know, it's telling you like, hey, this is a 10 or whatever. And then you can read about it too. Authentication failures. Okay, so it's telling you right there that there might be a subclass of this that you need to find that would be better suited. Authentication bypass by primary weakness. So it's probably going to be kind of boring watching this stuff, but you know, hack along with me if you want or whatever. I'm just trying to get better and faster. Like, this is the part where I have not practiced. I have not done anything. And with the bug bounty stuff, I mean, like if you go to go to HackerOne, right? When you go and do these things, I wouldn't be able to access it, but I'd have to sign in. But they have like their own little like guided walkthrough thing, you know, like how if you were setting up a social media account where it has sections for all of this, and then you just fill in the blank more or less. And I'm actually like, I actually would like to go on here, and integrity too, and I got to choose a new bug bounty program. The one that I was on, they changed a bunch of the stuff. They narrowed the scope like severely. I don't know. We'll see. But and then I was doing multiple targets, and I'm thinking about switching to just doing one and really doing a deep dive on it. Because like I said, I found a something on one of these where it was like I went like this, and I went to go view page source, and I was going through all this, and one of the comments literally said, you know, there's this bug where when people log on, it showed a box that had the, like, when it was going through the login process and loading, it had a pop-up box that showed the login credentials of the login page that it was on. And in those comments, the developer literally said, I don't know how to fix it, so I just put a black box over it, right? And so that piqued my interest when I saw that, but I didn't look into it anymore because I moved on to a new thing. I noted it. It's in my notes. I even have the endpoint in the site and the company that it's for, but I can't remember. So that's kind of why I want to do deep dives, is because there's so much information like that that you can easily skip over, or that can easily be skipped over. And so I'm kind of curious to see if anything would come about of that. I'm pretty sure that this is the one. If not, you know what? Like, we're going to get it wrong. We're going to screw up, right? Just like when you're doing this stuff for real. Like the other day when I was trying to find that dumb scoreboard and it was literally a freaking typo, right? I've had payloads that didn't work because you can't get your stuff right. Yeah. Tired of all the pop-up boxes. It's one of the most annoying things with technology. I am gonna make a video because for the longest time I ran Burp Suite in light mode and I didn't even know that you could put it on dark mode. And then I got tired of my eyes singeing out of their sockets. So I'm gonna make like a really quick, like 15-second short, right? Maybe I'll do it in this thing. I actually marked it from last time, but here you go. At 24:40 on my thing. Go up to burp, go to settings, go to user interface, go to display, change to dark mode. You're welcome. Tired of having my eye sockets burned out. I want to do that. I got to start the cockpit container. Oh, it's already running. That's why. Very well. That's nice. Okay, so we're on our account right now, but we're going to log out. Get this resized. There's a bug in Kelly right there. Hello, Kelly. Fix this. Where's my little arrow thing? Like up here, if I did it up here. Maybe you don't need it. Maybe they did it to where you can grab anywhere. Nope. Where's the location? All right, so login. We're gonna do vendor because that's what we want to do. So you go away. You come here. Vendor juice shop. Make sure. Okay. Email. Password. Let me in. Login. Invalid. It matters not. User login. Is this our request? Oh. What's that? Oh, it was there. I just didn't scroll down enough. I'm gonna click here. We're gonna go Control R, just so we can get a better look at it. So here is your header. It's got all this stuff, everything like that. But this is the important part, right? So then we're going to send this over to intruder. And it didn't select anything for us already, but we're going to hit clear just in case we don't see what it did. And we are going to do a dictionary attack on this dude's password. We are going to load a word list in from user share. There was word lists. I downloaded sec lists prior to passwords. I downloaded sec lists prior to isolating this, so. But there's other ones that work too. Okay, we're gonna go common and we'll go 500 worst passwords and see what that do. And then here is our list of passwords. So right where we did this, it's going to enter these, and this is going to be really slow. There's other tools that you can use to do this a lot faster, but I'm not in a hurry, and doing the vulnerabilities is not the point of this for me. For me, it's the report writing stuff, which I know is boring, but so we're getting a bunch of 401s. Oh no. Where'd you go? I get this guy. Dang it. No. That's another thing too. I do not use Chrome. My own stuff. See if any of these lengths changed. Responses. I doubt that there's multiple of them. Do status code too. All of them are 401s, which means that it's a no-go. We're looking for a 200, or if it gives us a different status code, you can look at the different things that it gives you. I'm trying to figure out is how much longer does this thing have? That made it bigger. Guess we'll have to. No, it won't even do that. Crap, I might end up using like FFUF or something. Buff. Just because it's not showing me. Showing us requests. That'll tell us. We're at 68. Okay, 74. So it's taken a while. We'll go ahead and we'll exit or get out of that. Look at our stuff again. So some of the things that I found was there was a error on the photo wall loading an image. All the other ones weren't. The top right search box up here might be areas where you can query the server, and I was thinking trying to test HTTP injection and XSS for it, and SQLI too. We got it to trip with XSS last time, but we didn't get the what do you call it, like this the scoreboard pop up that said, hey, you're successful. So not entirely sure what's gonna come of that. Like I said, I'm doing this more for the report writing. And then under the customer feedback section, I wrote down a number of things that I wanted to try or things that I was thinking about. I was doing that, you can see here. Maybe you can't, maybe it's too small. Let me know if it's too small in the chat. Or if I need to like zoom in or do something, you know? So posting as someone else. So when, like right now, for example, we're in the unauthenticated portion of, because we're not logged on. So when you go and you give the customer feedback, it has it here as anonymous. Well, what if we can, you know, send something as somebody else? So we capture that web request in Burp Suite, and then maybe we change this, and then bypassing the CAPTCHA, which we saw on the CVE. It was it this one? Yeah, guessable. Well, it's not only guessable, we saw in the burp feedback, or the burp feedback, the Burp Suite requests, when we were going through it, that it actually has an ID, right? So we can do that. We can add that there. Can we leave a negative rating? Because it has that slider, right? So this goes from 1 to 5 stars. Can we make that thing go to 0? Right? It says that you can only send 160 characters. Can you send more? You know? In the login page, right? Which we're doing right now. We're doing the brute forcible thing. We already did this one. I did this one on accident. I didn't even mean to. So this is my username and password, or email and password, for my account on Juice Shop for this instance here. It's a Docker container, so I'm not leaking information or nothing like that, if some of you are worried. It's a sandboxed environment. So this did not meet the password requirements. It had like the typical, like we can go there right now, we can log in, not yet a customer, and you can see that the password must be 5 to 40 characters long. Go type it. This is a test, and we'll show the password advice, and it has to contain these. So as you can tell, it doesn't contain any of that, or not any of it, but some of it. So it has at least 8 characters. One special character, there's nothing there. There's no uppercase and there's no digit. So we were able to bypass that on accident right off the rip. And I was just doing that for convenience. But you're not going to find, I mean, I would be seriously shocked if you went anywhere, even on like janky self-made websites, where you'd be doing that. I would be genuinely surprised if you found something like that in a production system. Yeah, I would be like seriously surprised. How's this doing for us? So we're at 150 whatever. Back up. And it hasn't found anything yet based on the length. And all the status codes are the same. And we'll go ahead, so we don't have to scroll down, we will. But this is important for passwords. And on that too, since we're on that topic, for those of you who want to make yourselves a little bit more secure, it is ideal if for every single website or social media site or thing that you have a different password. I personally don't use password managers. I think it's dumb. I think it's not if, it's when somebody breaks and cracks those, and then it's going to compromise the whole thing. But you know, like say you had Gmail and you had a Twitch account and you had, I don't know, somewhere else like an Amazon account. All of these passwords need to be different, because what they're going to do is during these data breaches that happen, right? So like we'll take the MyFitnessPal, which happened years ago. But say you use the name, say you use that email on every single one of these sites, right? Well, what you can do is write up a simple Python script that will take your email, combine it with one of these word lists for a password, and then if this stuff is not in place, like these security controls are not in place, or you are using the same password, right? Say your password was, right? Then they would just enter these credentials on all these sites and gain access to all your stuff. So I don't do that for every, I mean, I use, like, depending, I have quote unquote identities, right? I have my personal stuff that I use for my own thing, and like banking and like important things or stuff that, you know, like Amazon, whatever, right? Then I have an entirely different set of credentials, emails, and all that for this Hackakura account. And I have an entirely different set of all of that I use for my bug bounty profile in the real world. And so, like, I did create a hacker one, bug crowd. I don't think I did integrity. I need to, but I have different ones of those for all three of these. So if somebody were to hack my personal stuff, they're not going to get any of my stream stuff, if they're my streaming or social media stuff, because I don't have any social media at all. So that's the best way to do things, is to have not different emails necessarily, but different passwords, and strong ones too. Like what I do, or what you can do, an advice is, like, take a book that you like, and not one that's like what everybody else likes or whatever, or something that you mention, but say it's like something that's in your library, right? And then you take a sentence. Hold on, I have my microphone user guide underneath my keyboard legs so it doesn't wobble, right? But I'm going to use that to create a password. Okay. So it says, plug the headphones into the 3.5 millimeter jack, right? So you can do P, L, U, G, right? And then so there you go. So you use like a sentence or something, and then it'll also help you remember too. Now I write all my stuff down, so if somebody wanted to somebody wanted to come get my stuff, they'd have to break into my house. And then they would, you know, have to figure out where I store all that. But once they did, they'd have every damn password to everything I've ever used, ever. And I do keep those separate as well. But that's just one way to do it. I've done this before, or I've just looked at the keyboard and you kind of try to get things that are, you know, like typically people will do something like this, where you're like on one side of the keyboard, you go, oh, I want this, and then this, and then this. You know what I'm saying? So all of that was done with my left hand. And if you looked at the keyboard, well, that's predictable. So you want really good, strong passwords, something like this, with a lot of characters. I have been recently making ones that are like this long, since I'm writing it down anyways. And then when I'm writing them down, I'm storing them in like, I'm storing them like that, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 as you go down. So that way they're easier to read. And when I'm trying to do it quicker. But the longer the password, the better. And especially for your really sensitive accounts, like your bank accounts and stuff like that, you want them real long if possible. So we're at 216. I don't think we got anything out of this one. And we are running I think we're running the top 500 most hideous, disgustingly easy passwords to hack. And we're at 218. So you can see how this would take a really, 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 really long time. I think. Let's go. So this is FFUF or FUF, however you like. And you can, this thing's pretty quick for doing this. But go FF. Oh, that's right. Do we have to? Yeah, we do. Okay, with this one, you have to go to the repeater and get up here more. So you have to save O-Ren. Sorry, I was just making sure that there was no other stuff. We want this to be desktop. I'll save this as request. Save. Thank you very much. Uh-oh, what's going on? Oh, that's what's going on. So we now have that saved, and it's going to give us this request. Pardon me. This thing is weird. Let's see if I can get this display to back off. That's not it. Nah. All right. We'll just deal with it. Okay. We have to modify this request. I didn't save it as text. Oh, yep. Oh, I did that wrong. Target proxy. Oh, that's right. Control A, Control C. Apologies, people. I was thinking of something else. We're going to go ahead and trash. We are going to do this here. Is that what the rubber request did? It did. So you can type FUZZ here and we save it, and we're going to save it as request.txt. Nice. Okay. So now that we have our request, we can use is it dash? Wait, look. It's dash R. Yeah, not dash request. And we're able to do this here specifically because we're in the same directory. There we go. Yep. And then now we need to select a word list. So we're going to go -W, and that's going to be any user their word lists. And then if you're looking for, like, if you don't know what it is, you don't want to have to go to the thing, you can hit a double tab, and it will tell you a list of the directories or files that are in where you're at. Go to sec lists. We're going to go to passwords. And we're going to go to common. No. Sorry. But it's in books. There we go. Dang it, why does it keep doing it? There we go. Nope. Sorry, my bad. I hit enter. Tab again. And on this one, we could even do like the 10K most common, but you know what we'll do? We'll do the 500 worst passwords. And we'll see if it works. I bet it'll get done before Burp Suite. So we'll have to see. Nope. What happened? Could not parse new request. Could not open no such file or directory. Whatever do you mean? Maybe, because I didn't save it as request.txt. It's just request. There we go. And then stop this real quick. We're going to also go filter code FC 401 because we don't want all these 401s. We don't care. We want it 200, right? We want it to be successful. So see if this works. And it's going to run through all of these. See? And that word list seemed to have not worked. Probably because his password is not in that word list. So, which is nice to know. Where are we at? We're at 278. So we know that that's not going to get us to the thing, right? So we'll X out of that. No, go away. You suck at life. We're using something else. And that's just with I guess that's with Burp Suite community. I cannot attest to Burp Suite Pro because I ain't got no $400 to spend on a web proxy. Me personally, I use Kaido. I use Kaido because it allows me to save projects. And they have some other nice little features on there too. Okay, so that didn't work, but we need to find a new password file that will work better. Computer. No, file system. Yeah, here we are. User, share. List. Default credentials. No, we want the common. 10K, 500. What are you guys thinking? What do you think? Which one? Best 15, best 110. How about we do ZatoNet 10 million passwords, the 1,000. We'll do 1,000 and we'll double it and pass it on to the next person. Okay, we don't need any of that at all. So we're going to use this because I don't want to sit here forever waiting on this stuff. So 1,000. Okay. Just trying to see what was next so it can finish it. And if you don't know, I'm just hitting tab to finish out that stuff. Let's see if that works. And again, we're filtering out the response 401 because we only want the 200. We want it to be successful, which means that it took vendor's email and entered the password from our list into that thing. Or I could be doing it wrong and it could be And that one said no too, so well, what am I doing wrong? Let's look at our stuff again. Quest. That's the quest that we're using. Proto. HTTP, that's the protocol. There's our word list. I don't think I'm wrong, but we'll go ahead. Since it's going so fast, go ahead and bump that up to 10. See what we get. This ought to take a couple seconds. Oh, my back's a crunching. Coming up on an hour. I don't know. Take that comment off there. I'm not interested in your bot stuff. I use bot Ricks to moderate the chat. And I gotta tell you, because they didn't, sometimes they do their job, other times they do not. Yeah, I authorize them. Okay, maybe they will now. They weren't before. But so the sizing's off too. Gotta figure out. I'll get better at that this time when it goes on. It took me a second to figure out how to get the windows where I want it. So it's at 2900 and it hasn't found us a password yet. The admin one is probably going to be the easiest one to break into because it's probably got like a stupid simple, really easy password to get past that is in probably one of these really small password things. That's what we should try next, is the if this one doesn't work. So here's 2020 200 most used passwords. 20. Oh, nice. This has been updated too. That's another thing too with what was it, the rock you text, which is a really common this one. So actually, let's see. Chat will go. Word count, rocky text. Yeah. Look at that. It is an enormous number. But there was like a recent data breach from like some government website that increased the rock you text by like 1 billion or something like that. It's insane, the amount of stuff. We're almost at 10,000 and we still have not gotten anything. It's the tools making me think it's me and not it. I don't know. Gotta get all my notes. I gotta get all my notes off, pull it up on this computer too, so I can follow along, because if I'm doing something, which I have to assume that I'm the one who's doing the thing wrong, and 9 times out of 10 it's a frickin' typo, or some T is not dotted or some I is not crossed, that is usually what it is. It's something weird, like I should have took these brackets out or something like that, or I should have taken all of that out. It's just some of these things, they're so finicky. And then also, you know, another thing too, like, so you see how here it's saying 18 requests per second. When you get out into the real world, you run some of these things on these systems, and they telling you like, hey, don't run this many requests per second. I have never in the history of my entire life when I'm doing this ever got them to actually be good with the stuff that they're running. There is not the filter. It'll be like, yeah, rate, like, so rate a request per second. Like, I've set that before and the tool just straight up ignores it. And it's like, bro, are you trying to get me freaking removed from my damn internet here? So just be wary of that. You can't just go run these tools on anything. It didn't find nothing. I want to try that again, but I want, did I exit out of it? I think I did. I am gonna do the opposite. So I'm pretty sure that it's one of these things. Here we go. Best. We're gonna go best 1050. See what that does. And sometimes, a lot of times too, it might be the word list. Maybe the word list doesn't have it, but a lot of these that I've ran so far, at least these 3, I'm pretty sure that they have duplicates on them. And especially like that last one we ran 10,000 passwords against this and it still didn't catch anything. So it might be the word list, or again, I always assume it's me. And so I start looking for things that I'm doing wrong. Oh, did it find something right when I clicked off of it? What's going on now? What the problem is? Huh, that's weird. Never had to do that before. Good thing there's a history. Oh, what did I do wrong? Error could not parse raw requests. Ah. Okay. Let's try this. What's going on? Am I crashing my own stuff, running my own stuff on my own stuff? Is that what's going on? Here, why don't we do this? clear that. We're gonna load in a new one. We'll go best 110. Start the attack. Okay. I can't believe that people use stuff like this. I've never used stuff like this. I've never used names. I've never just used numbers. Even when I was younger. I mean, I would do like a word, but all in all lowercase, but not like this. It'd be like basketball with some numbers in it, or basketball with a, you know, where the 3 or the E was a 3. I never did anything like that. I can't believe that people do this. Absolute lazy retards who just want to get hacked. Guess we all do, in a way. But we are having some difficulties, it appears, even doing basic dictionary attacks. I think it's because I'm getting this wrong. Let me try it again. Go back to, let me go repeater. And we got that there. Copy to file. We're going to save that on desktop. We're going to save it as rec. And it should. Is it going to save it as a text? We'll find out. Nope. Late. Open this up. Let me in. Buzz. Maybe I'm typing. Maybe I'm doing that wrong. I have to go back up here. Not parse raw request. Could not open the file. No such file or directory. That's because desktop. Like I said before, it only works because we're in that directory. And then do things wrong. So that's what I'm talking about, where I assume it's me. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong here? I bet I have this wrong too. I not have. I didn't think you had to separate that. Another key. So this is probably the closest one to what we're doing, right? Well, we didn't do -U. We might have to do -U. And it didn't find it. Because see what that do. What the heck? There's no way. So you mean to tell me that all those passwords worked? Like, oh yeah, I can do all these vulnerabilities. Look, watch me struggle with the basics. The very basic stuff just won't work. I don't think request proto we need to do that. Ah, I just figured it out. So when I was up here and you do the word list and then the keyword, so it's not honing in on the keyword that we were doing. I was wrong. I was wrong. We do need to do the request proto. But according to this, buzz. Right? So that's the keyword we used. That is the keyword in our stuff. So let's give that a try and see if it works. No, it says we suck. Could not parse raw requests. Could not open. Again, oh no, I am in the right. Right. But there we go. See? See? How'd that do? This should do us better. Okay? Because we put that in after the word list so it knows where to put this payload. Nope. I like running this one a lot better. Top. I have to go look at the. Oh, 500. We'll run this one again. Or what? Just as a go in here. Let's do that. Go ahead and send that. Invalid email or password. That's the response we get for doing that. We're going to go ahead and copy this to a file. Save it on desktop. We'll add rec txt. Much. Come on over here. Save that too. Because I've done the admin one before. I can't remember which word list it is that it does. But I know that I want to see this. I wonder. I bet it's like, just run it through here. Do this. Common passwords. Ah, maybe I need it. Go back to frickin' school. Filter, code, spot size. So what am I doing wrong? So I wonder if I just went up here. Okay. I'm pretty sure that I don't have that wrong. I just think that we're not running against the best word list. So we're going to go ahead. A better word list. Medical devices. That's why it's important to have, you want nobody hacking your pacemaker. Top password short list. Oh, short. Trust. Oh, man. Yeah, we're gonna do... because, okay, we did Zato, but we did not. passwords. And we did not text. And we're following, where is that? Multiple locations. So we're gonna drop that. We're following this one kind of right here, because this is our inside of our request. That's definitely. Yep. There's no way, because then what that would mean is that if I did this, I went to 1,000, 10,000, and I just did that, and instead of doing let me in, like that, it should come back with a, and it doesn't. So what the heck is going on with FF? Let me see if I have my notes. Okay, hopefully. Nice. Didn't pop up. It's in your faces. Stay off me, or I'll judo chop you. Walking over you. Good boy. Look at you. Watch out, man. From my other. I'm gonna have to get that from my other USB stick or my drive. What are we doing wrong? Let's see if we can take this off of it. So, try something that I'm doing. Just stuff. That's a lot better. We're gonna filter 300. optional. We're gonna do that anyway. All that. Where is it? Nope. But they're all the same size, so maybe there will be a different size. We'll let that run through since it's going so stinking fast. Better. So a successful thing should have higher, lesser size. And they might have changed the stuff with this. I noticed that Juice Shop did an update. I noticed that because I have it downloaded on a couple other systems, and they updated, or there was an update when I was updating. Okay, something's going. I have no idea what's going on because that's the whole point of this. Well, I'm gonna go look at my All right. I got my drive, all my stuff. Let's see, figure out what it is that I'm doing. This has all my detailed notes on it from all the times that I did this, and I was not unsuccessful like I'm being now. So I'm gonna figure out what it is that I'm doing wrong. Yeah. Or is this just... Summarized. Oh, I'm doing it. I'm doing it 100% according to the stuff that I've done. Okay. Okay. So yeah, all right. So I am, according to my notes, I am doing it correctly. that just means that it's the word list. So back at it again. We'll keep running this on different things until we find one that works for us. Maybe they changed it to, it was 2025. We get all rid of all this. We don't need that. Just path to the word list. Let me they're doing it slightly wrong. We need to go back to why don't we try this? Clear. We're going to filter code 500 because we don't have to go through all those requests. So it didn't find that. Again, I'm going to keep getting rid of that because we don't know what the next word list is going to give us. We're going to go 2025. Like I said, they updated it, so they may have changed it. This one's small enough to actually go through. It's all 500. And the sizes are all weird and different too. Is there one that's crazy far away? No, seems like 520 to 590. So, oh, 589. I doubt it'd be that. All within the same sort of thing. And also, when we did this, if we were successful when we came back, it would pop us up a green, congratulatory message. Best. Wonder if we can go back to wordless. This is, no, that's for subdomains. Since it runs through 10,000 of them, so good. filter out 500s. Enter code 500. See what that does. I'm pretty sure it's the password list. Looking at my notes now, I'm not doing stuff wrong. Like as far as the command line, whatever goes. So, but I'm not getting the desired results, and I don't know why it wouldn't be those 5 words passwords. $401. Oops. I suppose that wouldn't matter. And before I could even, it was already done. That's funny. Tell us. I wouldn't know what to say if it's not this. Like, must really be something I'm doing. I guess I could fix that request. Hold on. Since I took off the quotes, that's probably what it needs to have for a viable web request. And 401s. That's probably why it switched from a 500 to a 401. It's telling me the whole time. I'm not sure, though. Oh, yeah. Said I was gonna spend my time doing reports because this would be easy. It's kicking my butt, and I don't know why. That's so weird. Oh, see what I'm saying? Look at this. Look at that. So one of these somehow, somewhere, some way was successful. Okay. But which one was it? Ah. Success. So. We are going to go back to here. So, found blankety blankety blank CWE on My spelling's off. Deal with it. Okay. Got that going. And we don't need to continue this. We got the thing. And we have this password is at. So improper authentication. Where am I? Hi. I'm Alice. I think that's... Yeah. Check my notes. Since I have the other stuff pulled up, I can see. What does it say about report writing? Oh, let me get this off here for you guys so you're not dying of eye cancer. Introduction. Go. Blank CW. Exam report temp. There we go. That's it. Yeah, fine. Okay. That must be where they got theirs. I'm just looking for a template that gives me all this stuff so I don't have to. I didn't come prepared. Use necessary cookies. Yeah. Alright. Oh my God. Some of these things like trying to, oh, hey, here's white box versus black box versus gray box. Like, thanks, dude. Thanks. Oh, I'm looking for over these key sections. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you gotta, like, you have a solution to your problem. Hold on. AI will help me. Okay. Hold on. Oh man. So we'll fudge this for now. Because I'm not CWE 287, right? Or is it 305? Last time. I need to retake the report writing section of that course and literally record a video of it going through what you click on. I remember this. Easier. Missing. Oh, they put out a new OWASP top 10, by the way. If you knew that. I better not get into the weeds. It's one of these where it was like, stuff specifically for web apps. The thing is that on my actual hacking box, I have it as like a freaking bookmark. And I just go and I click that and then it takes me where I want to go. But I can't remember where to get. Whatever. We'll get the gist down. We'll get better at it as we go. Improper authentication. I think it's this one. Because we are, well, we're not Mallory, but we're Hakakura. And we're claiming to be admin. And then when we gave the admin credentials, it gave us access. Well, right? So if we go log in, we go hold up. Right? Admin 1, 2, 3. No, go away. Okay, so now we go into account. Yeah. We'll just use this one. Who cares for now? But when we do this, we're going to want to do vulnerability map. We want this one. Right. CWE 13. Found that. The attacker to perform a dictionary attack on the login page. It's features. I know that's a graphics. That's a very shitty description of what we're doing. Here. Okay. Is it a button? Appreciate it, guys, but I am not interested in bot stuff at all. I'm trying to get the there we go. Okay. So you go to localhost 3000, select the account button at the top right of the window, enter the URL. Why don't we just not? And just do that. Or we can even make it easier to is it username or email? It's email. Okay. I'll be specific. I recall when I was in middle school, the science teacher teaching us about how to make a accurate report or a scientific one, and you had to give him instructions on how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and he got like really stupid with it. Yeah. Like, yeah, if you're just sitting there being a smart ass, you know. Why don't we just give him a random string? All right, burp suite proxy tab under the HTTP history. Burp proxy HTTP history. Press request, copy the request to file as request.txt. Use this command. Separate these. People are like that though, you know. I heard that I've not had any problems, but I've heard that people sometimes have problems with some of these platforms where they do stuff like this, you know, and no. But then again, I would imagine there is a buttload of requests for people that are just like, oh, there was a missing header and continuously outside of scope and things like that. So, this gets okay for all right. We're gonna go 7. Your admin 123 password field. However, okay, the CVSS for this is obviously a frickin' 10, right? 10.0 score. You are an unauthenticated user able to perform a very basic dictionary attack with little to no experience or training. I mean, if you went and watched a few YouTube tutorials, you can do this. It takes 0 skill whatsoever. There is nothing that you have to do. So let's go. CVSS. Right. What is with these bastards in their damn light mode? I hate these people. I'm not using your shit because I don't like you. NIST. Just obnoxious. And we are on 4.0. Of course. So the attack vector, we're not next to it, we're not inside the system, and we're not physically there. That makes it a network attack. It's low. AT, what's this? Is it going to tell us? What do we have? Privileges require non-interaction. Would it be passive? So it violates confidentiality, it violates integrity, and I don't think it violates availability at all. I don't think. System. Oh, that's the vulnerable system. Subsequent. It could affect the availability if somebody went in there and started doing stuff. Safety. Again, it's not going to tell us what these things are. I can't remember. Some of these are. Actually, there's some vector network. No attack requirements. User interaction, none. Doesn't require any user interaction. Okay, so it's like a 9. Okay, so we'll just call it 9.9. But that's like really, that's like a 10 point in reality, I think. Like that's what I would mark it as. I wouldn't even, like, if I found something like this, I wouldn't even bother looking this up. I basically, you know, I'd be like, your admin password or your admin account doesn't probably spell that wrong really bad. Your admin account does not follow your own password requirements, because remember it said uppercase, lowercase, number, and a special character, and then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It does follow the minimum, but still, your admin account does not follow your own password requirements, and can be I am so bad at and can be accessed with a basic dictionary attack. So, I mean, like, you can't get much more simple than this. Like, this is the thing, you know, I know I was struggling with it because I was being stupid and everything like that. But at the same time, this is like really simple. This is like comically simple. If you found this in the real world, like, this would be gold. You like, I don't even know. Like, if you found that in the real world, first of all, somebody be getting fired in that company. But I mean, you'd be making buttloads of money, man. Loads of money. I am going to take a quick break. I'm going to take my dog out. He's got to go to the bathroom, I think. And we're going to come back. And I know that this is just a garbage report and all that. But we're going to try to work our way through. We're going to go to the scoreboard and see what else we can get into doing. Yeah. So I'm rusty. Before all this stuff, I took a pretty long break. I took a pretty long break from this, about four or 5 months. You guys, you keep sending links. It's not going to work. I have that turned off for the things, so that way people aren't getting scammed with an XSS bug or vulnerability, or getting hacked, or having login cookies or credentials stolen because you guys want to be jerks. Now, I don't know if it's real or not. Your YouTube links, I doubt it. But I like music, though. And those don't really look like full YouTube links anyways. So I'm glad that those things are getting you. So we don't have to worry about it. And that's the joke too. Right? Please do not send links. It keeps saying it to you, but you keep doing it. Get these cleared off so we're not having this gumming up our screen. But I am going to take a break. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. We're back. Okay. So, let's see. What is it? Which one of these is it? Not that one. Scoreboard. There it is. Okay. Security concerns or technical incompatibility. And some of these we're not going to be able to do because it won't link out to the sites that it tries to link out to. We'll try and do this one though, because I said we would do that. Let's give the customer feedback, and we will go back to our proxy, our HTTP history. Go ahead and clear the history just to get it out of there. So we have this. We're going to file anonymously. File comment. This is a test. Give them a 2-star. 3 + 3 - 5 B1. Yeah. And feedback. Gotcha. The hell? Why did it respond to that? That's really weird too, because it asked us a different question than the one that it gave us in response. Oh, is that the next one I did? Yeah. Duh. Okay. Now we're looking for where we're able to send this to repeater. It's a little bit bigger. Do that better so you guys can see. But we're gonna go ahead and try to give it a 0 rating. See what it do. Success. We got a success. That means it worked. And be successful with that. So we have a scoreboard. Nice. Access the administration section of the store. We already kind of did that, but we'll go back to this one. We'll go admin. This is our profile. Suppose we didn't. Or is this where we go back? Nothing happened. Less data. Oh. Probably should have went and looked through other ones. So there's all this stuff going on. Track order, write a review. So now we know where this dude lives. doesn't let you get access to their stuff. Change password? We won't do that. I think next I would like to do, see if we can go ahead and we're going to log out. We're going to log back in as us. And we're going to go down here. If it'll scroll. Right. Add this to the basket. And we're going to basket. We have that in our cart. Proxy H2. We're going to clear all this out again to go get it to go away. Because we're going to check out, add new address, country, USA. What state? We're gonna say we live in Arizona. Nope. What's this? 1 day delivery. So we want it fast. And we're gonna pay with this one. Oh, I bet. Give me an idea too. So I bet if we re-log out, log back in as the admin, get the cookie, and then modify that request in Burp Suite, that we would be able to get into the hidden admin thing or whatever. But right now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to see if I can get this thing. Number one, it says there's one more left. I want to know if I can get more of them, but also so I can set the quantity in the cart. That's what it is. I have to go back to the cart section and say what can't do. Okay, let's go cards, address, these. try it with a different product. We're going to wait because we're going to have to come back to this. We're going to delete this. We're going to go back to juice shop. What's the most expensive item we can get besides that doesn't have a we've sold out or whatever? We'll do fruit press. We're going to add this to the basket. Your basket. Okay. I want to figure this out. I'm going to go ahead and refresh it again so I can see. Oh, come on. Is it just being slow? Suppose it doesn't matter. Let's go check out. See what that does. Basket items. What did I do? We'll just go through it. As I'm just trying not to get lost in all the requests. Because it just sometimes you just can't navigate through all the stuff. Here's where we want to get to, I think. We want to clear the history. Because we have all the stuff. And then when it sends this request, it will make the order. So we sent the order, right? Here, check out. Delivery method, payment, details, coupon code, basket, order. Oh. Seems like it just gave us. I do want to see if we can manipulate this. Interesting stuff. Yeah, I need to go knock a lot of this rust off. When I went through here before, I was flying through this to where this thing was like, had so much green on it. I was just exiting out a bunch of them. Get out of the way. We'll try this though. So I Oh, that's what I'm doing wrong. Hold on. Okay, I just remembered. I was looking at burp and I was like, what am I doing wrong? There's an intercept function on here. So here's what you do. You go and you go ostrich shop. You select an item. We're going to add this to the basket, okay? Our basket. And we're going to go intercept, and we're going to go check out. And when we get this, forward, press, continue, delivery, go through the whole thing, wallet balance, and this will be the one. Place your order. Payment address, details, delivery method, coupon data. Forward. Oh. Yeah, get that wrong. What I'm trying to do is change that number. Only do it before it gets in the basket. How about that? Back to the new shop. Back up here to intercept. We're going to add a basket. Forward it. Quantity negative 100. And we'll forward that. Yeah, forward that. We're just going to drop everything. And then we're going to go basket. We go negative 100. So this means that when we check out, when we check out, there's going to be, we're going to get paid negative 8,000, or we're going to get paid 8,999. Meaning that the company is going to pay us the money. This is actually, I heard that this is a common, that it's a common thing. Oh, you guys are crazy. And we should get negative 900 bonus points too. So then if we continue doing this, we pay 1 day shipping, successfully payback time, place an order that makes you rich. That's always fun to see when it is successful. Go back up to our account and we go payment options. And we go to come on, digital wallet. No, tell me how much I have in my digital wallet. See that? So we just got $8,999. in, check out, continue, continue. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, guys. I'm really glad I found out about this, that you can have this thing automatically tell people to stop sending stuff. Happened to my first stream, by the way. My first stream, when I uploaded the video, because I didn't know that I could do all this stuff. I gotta learn every time you do stuff, right? It ended up being to where I had one of these messages on my screen right in here, and I put an overlay over it to cover it up. I didn't know you could just take it off the screen. But all you guys who are doing this, react, bro. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not clicking on links. I definitely don't want you using my channel to give people links to click. Can't be trusted. Trying to get them to put a keylogger on their stuff or do a XSS or anything like that. We don't want to put people at risk. That's the whole point of this, is to put people not at risk, right? To make the internet safer, so we don't have scammer shitheads stealing everybody's money. That's interesting too. Might end up being able to get a what do you call that? A hidden directory because of that query parameter there, that queue, empty one. And you can add stuff behind it. All right, let's go back to the scoreboard. What's that? We solved that one. Why is it? Why does it give you the answer? Uh-oh. Oh. No. Retrieve the photo of his cat. No. That one would be easy enough to view, or easy enough, simple enough. It should be simple enough to view another user's basket. So let's clear out this. Basket. Probably good. Oh, clear the history. Intercept on your basket. Forward. Forward. It's weird because when it did these ones in the request response, see here in this response, one there. We're not going to be able to view a basket. Hold on. We have that still. Oh man. Scoreboard. Password. Get rid of all 5-star customer feedback. We can do that. Add. That's probably that admin panel that we are looking for. Be logged in as admin. This didn't. What's going on? Oh, here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, there's no such thing as 5-star reviews here. But that also gives us a couple more, like this and this. That's 2 more credentials for our stuff. Wow. Amy. Have that guy. We have the accountant. Yeah, he's right there. Or she's right there, whatever. I don't have any of these. But Ethereum, I remember they were talking about a bunch of them. What's that do? Oh, and it gives you their ID number too. I can't remember if we created this one or not. I don't think we did, because we wouldn't have created I would not have done juice shop. Something like that. So. Sausage bread. Is that guy's name? 1 through 9. What is this? And it leaks here. Okay. Never reveal your personal private keys and seed to any. Okay. I wonder if is the only thing that I've seen on here. The only thing that I've seen on here that has we don't want mix safe search because we got them. So that is an insane amount of user credentials. We just, of course, we're on the frickin' ad, so I would expect or hope at least. Oh man, so freaking exhausted. I'm so exhausted from doing such hard labor figuring out why my FFU request wouldn't work for like an hour and a half. Oh man, I suck at life, bro. But this is what we were able to find just by looking. And then because we looked, we found this. But interesting endpoints found. I found that juicy NFT somewhere else. and it says authentication. And I remember this, right? We came across the photo wall. And if you go down here, that. I don't know if this is. Let me bring up stuff. Let's see. Is that a 0? GCT. You never know. I would not think. I don't even know what is an Ethereum private key look. Let me bring this up. So, 64 characters long. It's a bunch of characters. So we need a big old long string of BS. Well, that could have been anything. There's lots of numbers like that. But we will. Page source. Find anything here. But we will be on the lookout for times when we're coming across stuff that, as it's like, I know that this one, for example, you go to the inspect, pops this thing up here. A little bit more, and you go to sources, and you're looking through the JavaScript. Is it JavaScript? Network. Oh, it's over here. That's right. That's the side now. Where is the photo? It's not in the head, is it? Suppose we could do Control F. No. The life of me, I can't remember where this is at. So this is what I like. I go through these things when I'm doing bug bounty, and I just like take very extensive notes on all the stuff. I promise. Found that. The others. man. We're in the right spot. I can't remember what you need to do to this. Oh man, I guess I'm gonna have to practice a buttload more. I'm doing that. Some of these are real simple. I'm just being dumb. I'm gonna go ahead and get off here since I've done my time, even though I think it was wasted by and large fiddling with that thing. I need to knock the rest off. I need to go through these courses and stuff like that. I have I've been wanting to try to merge my TryHackMe account, and if I can do that and merge it over to the Hakakura profiles, I'll do that, and then I'll reset it, and instead of doing Juice Shop, we can go through the web hacking rooms, which will be really fun. Let me knock the rest off too. I don't know when I'm going to end up taking this certification. Probably a couple months from now. A few months from now. It shouldn't be. It's not that hard. I mean, like, programs, nope. Screenshots, course notes. I got extremely detailed course notes on all of this stuff. Extremely detailed. So I'm gonna have to go through and there we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get it off my other box, but I have extremely detailed notes all ready to go. I had a file where I had done all the notes off of everything. I went through, I did all the commands off of everything, all the entire course and stuff like that. I mean, you name it. Like, I mean, it's just like I was nailed. Like when I completed that course, I did all those notes. I actually was getting ready to take that, like, go pay for that cert test and take it like the next couple days. I just something made me not do it. I think I had like a family come in or something like that, and I ended up having to deal with them, and that went on for like 4 months. So I had a 4 month break, and I got really rusty. So I'm gonna have to work on off of the streams here. I'm gonna have to work on knocking that rust off so I can get that done. The next stream will be another hacking stream. I might do a dev stream. I'm not sure. I worked on getting everything worked out for the dev stream stuff. Before we were taking all these notes and getting it like all hashed out, like kind of like the flow and the app and the thing that I wanted to do here. Other external hard drive. Other. So I can show you the updated notes, because the ones that we took. Let me see if I can find it. You're going to be right here. So this is what it looked like, right? So that's even like I got down to like this portion here, right? Where I started cleaning it up, but it looked a lot messier, a lot of repeat stuff, everything like that. So I took it from that. I'll show you what it got into, because I got down to the point where I had most of it hashed out, and then I was looking into how am I going to do some of these calculations for some of this stuff, because they are incredibly complex. And in my reading, first of all, it is it is outside of my mathematical capability to do some of these equations, because they are what do we call it? They are extremely so you can see the difference, right? They're extremely complicated. I mean, it's high level, it's probably not high level physics stuff, but it's like physics calculations. Let me see if I can find since this is gonna, I don't want this to open up on the page, but hold on, let's go over these notes real quick. So I just got like everything down, like, right? So I got this overall profile, and I want it to be able to be like a tile with a blank picture of these things, so you can just as a placeholder, and it changes automatically when the user selects to like a Sammy style, because that has useful information on it for the loading of the stuff. And then, or you can put your own picture of whatever you want on there, and this stuff is going to be simple. I mean, it's just going to be like making a dictionary for each one of these, or a class that creates a dictionary for each one of these. Some of this stuff is set, like these will be the keys, and then have the user input the values, and then you're just getting the values when you need to use them for anything you need to throw up on the screen or interact with or anything like that. So I went through all that, and then so you'll have your main profile, or your overall profile, which will have like all of your different systems and things on it that you want. Then you'll have the main profile for this individual system. So say you had like 2 or 3 of these, that way you'd or more, you'd be able to manipulate those and individually. And then I went down, and then the second thing, it'll have all your range gathered data or your dope, your data on previous engagements, and this will be a place for review for the user. But they're also, these things are key for calculations for the ballistic calculations later. So I marked all those that I was going to need. And then when you're in this, excuse me, specifically with the muzzle velocities, it's going to give you these calculations, which are help you to determine whether or not you are in a ballpark range for where you want to be. And they're just useful to know. Like, it's good to know, like, hey, what's the bottom, what's the top here, what's the deviation, right? And then I got down to this portion. This is where I stopped this morning when I did like an hour of this, cleaning this up. And then so this is even behind this. So even to get some of these things, first of all, I found out there are some Python libraries that are going to be helping me that I can use. And others, there are other like things that have already kind of done a lot of the work. However, when I did search for all of this stuff, and I said I have to go find calculations, like you have to like do drag and all this stuff. I mean, it's insane the amount of calculations that you have to do. What I found out is that just baked in, if you want just the basic stuff, you have an accuracy rating of these calculations for the data that it's going to end up spitting out to you of a plus or minus 10% right off the rip. And the only way that you can make that less of a problem is if you have to do like custom things. So you have to like go out and it's very specific too. So you'd have to go out with your exact specific thing with a very like you'd have to get like Doppler radar to track the round as it went downrange to do all this stuff. And I mean, it would be just insane. You know what I'm saying? It would be just insane. So let's go. Just chatting. We have music on that? No, we don't have music on that. So, I mean, you're gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to do like a bunch of calculations. Number one. So first of all, I'm gonna have to learn how to do some of these, not all of them. I have to learn how to do some of the calculations. Then when I learn how to do the calculations, I'm gonna have to put that into Python code. There are a bunch of libraries that are like good enough, and so I'll probably end up using some of those. And I've been like really focused on looking up this information, trying to figure it out, because that is going to be where I run into a lot of problems. I'm going to run into a lot of problems trying to make sure that I get that right. And the thing is, like I told you guys, like a lot of this information is very public information. It's simple, like not simple, but you know, like it's not hard to find, but knowing how to use that is that's the hard part, right? Like you got to learn how to do those physics calculations for some of this stuff. And then what you're doing is you're taking multiple calculations that basically just, you take a trajectory, there's one for wind, there's one like in the trajectory calculation, there's multiple calculations that that cause all these problems too. There's multiple calculations that you have to add to in order to get it to do what you want it to do. And the best that you can get is without having to do extensive testing that requires like massive kind of scientific equipment, is like you can get most of the calculations to within plus or minus 1%, but the main one, the trajectory one, you're looking at 5 to 10 will be your accuracy. And that's why I said too that it's going to get you in the ballpark. So ultimately, this is not anything that you can't go find already, except for I don't see ones that are combining all of these things. I don't see these ones that combine that data. Like usually, like I said, you have to have your muzzle velocities written down and separated or in a spreadsheet, and then you have to copy and paste them into a standard deviation calculator, and get your average, and then also get your average. Then you have to take that information, you have to plug that into a ballistic calculator, which then gives you your range cards. So you're able to do different things. But I'm sorry about the hacking being underwhelming. It'll get better as I get better. Like I said, I'm just starting off on this. I'm retraining myself from a job I used to do, woodworking and metal fabrication. I can't do that anymore because my body's all jacked up. Like, I mean, and when I say can't, I don't mean it hurts. I mean, like, I have paralysis in my arms if I do. And so I'm in the process of training myself all of this stuff. I promise I was a lot better 4 months ago. It's really true. It's a perishable skill. So this hacking stuff, it's a really perishable skill. So you have to practice it continually. And there's like, all I'm doing is I'm looking at trying to get to a level where it's going to make my bug bounty process a lot smoother. And it's not if, it's when I find a bug. I got to select a target. So I'm be able to do that right now. Open, move tab to new window. No, I already have a new window. Hold on. Open new window. There we go. So, really hate that about Windows. It does that. Get that crap out of my way. So, yeah, I need to go on HackerOne and Bug Crowd and Integrity and look through their opportunities here so we can see kind of what they got. And I'm not looking at bug bounty programs specifically right now. I'm more concerned with getting something that is, we want gold standard because we don't want people that, we don't want to have to worry about messing with stuff. And we want a wild card. And we don't care if it's new or updated. So ideally, we want the gold standard, just, I don't know, maybe, I don't even know what that means, but we'll just take it off there. But we do want a wild card. We want that wild card so that way we have a big old list of stuff we can do. And then what I want is because I don't care what the company is or what it does. Yeah, this is what we want. This. Reports received in the 90 days, 12. None of them are resolved. There's one asset in scope. What's in scope here? Japanese. That's another thing. I don't want to be, I remember. I think this one is it's a finance thing, isn't it? Yeah. An investment firm or whatever. I like the Japanese. They're cool people. I've been there a couple times, actually. Really nice country. But yeah, I need to find a new bug bounty program because the one that I had, it basically like cut its scope like to near zero. I think that they're trying to, I think they got what they needed out of it, and they're getting out of the bug bounty programs. But something like this, I'm looking for low reports. Last report resolved. So they have received 330 reports. Last one was a day ago. And yeah. But I need to look through here too and find a nice bug bounty program. It's gonna allow me to learn and grow and do stuff. See, I don't want stuff like this where it's like, you know, that's not a crazy restriction or anything like that, but you know, I definitely don't want a time frame restriction. So we've had tons and tons and tons of bots in here. And if you guys are real users, I'm not interested in botting my account to make it grow. I don't care about being famous or to make it as a streamer. I'm just doing this so maybe people will find it useful or point and laugh. I don't know, whatever, you know, like I don't even care if I don't make it to where I can make money off of ads or anything. That's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this actually to help. I have my butt in the seat anyways. Now, I would be focusing solely on bug bounty. I would not be doing, or well, I would be doing my own study for certifications, because what I want to do, my goal is to get a couple of those, get some what do you call it, some experience, maybe a few bugs, something like that, and then I got get a pretty fair understanding of the red team side. And I mean that very loosely. I mean like web app hacking type stuff. And then I was going to go, like I said, for my security plus, and then try to get an entry level SOC analyst. Right. But as messed up as the market is, I keep hearing, you know, I don't believe all that hype about, you know, AI is going to take the jobs and all that. I think that's a bunch of BS. I think that people are saying that to get people to act in a certain way. Because, you know, I mean, if that were the case, then if the people that believe that, why wouldn't you just have yourself a nuclear war and start wiping people out for, you know, I mean, it wouldn't make sense. What are all the people going to do? All these people you're going to fire, all these developers, all these tech people, like the Elon Musk guy, he said, you know, that pretty much it'd just be like welders and plumbers left. Okay, well then, you know, like there's a lot of smart people in the tech industry. You think that they can't figure out electrician stuff or plumbing stuff or any of that? And then once those jobs get filled up, what do you do with the tens of millions of people that are left over that have nothing, have no job, have no future, whatever? What are you going to do then? What do you think that those people are going to do? What do you think their response is going to be? You know? So, and in addition to that, everybody who keeps saying these things, everybody who keeps saying it is either regurgitating what the people say, or, you know, like I kept bringing up the NVIDIA CEO. They have monetary interest in making you believe and act that way, you know, and they offered no solution that I recall. So, anyways, I gotta get off here. I got other stuff to do. I take care of, I have like a chickens and stuff too. So I got to go do some stuff with them. I got to cook dinner. I take care of old people too. I got a big old full schedule, but I am going to try to get better. You can see my skill level or lack thereof. We'll knock the rest off. We'll get better. We are coming out of tutorial hell for coding, but you know, I'm doing this stuff every day, so we'll get better. But anyway, I don't suspect that anybody liked anything, but if you did, follow, like, comment, subscribe, do whatever it is, wherever it is, do the things. Come hang out, come chat, come type in the chat besides the bot links. Come say, hey, how's it going? Come hang out. You know? I don't care. You can insult me too. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.